Yo, what's up, Libra? Welcome to monthly forecast for the month of August 2018. Libra, this used to be an astrology channel, as you probably know, but I decided to change it to a tarot channel, and there's several reasons for that. The first reason being is because of the two solar eclipses that are occurring this summer. So the solar eclipse of July 2018 and the solar eclipse of August 2018 are bringing this new beginning into my life now. The other reason is because I have something significant that I can contribute to the tarot community, and that being the use of life path numbers within the tarot. So no other tarot readers are doing this. I watch a lot of tarot videos. I've watched a lot of tarot readers. I've never seen any tarot readers ever use life path numbers within their tarot readings, and I feel like this is an important discovery that I'm interested in introducing this to the tarot community. And what I mean by that is tarot cards 1 through 9, 11 and 22, they are all cards that you can identify. Those cards, if they show up in your reading, those are people who you can identify them through their life path numbers. So, well, what does that mean? I mean, you have life path numbers 1 through 9, 11 and 22. Well, I'll give you an example. So let's say hypothetically someone is born on February 9th, 1979. So to get that person's life path number, you would add, so it's February, which is 2, and then you add it to the day, which is 9, so it's 11, and then you add each single digit of the year to that, so 1979, so you'd add 11 plus 1 is 12, 12 plus 9 is 21, 21 plus 7 is 28, and then 28 plus 9 is 37, so you have 37. Now you take 3 plus 7 is 10, and then you have 10, so 1 plus 0 is 1. So somebody who's born on February 9th, 1979, that person has the life path number 1. Well, who's the life path number 1? Well, it's obviously the first card of the tarot. So if your life path number is 1, you're the Magician. If your life path number is 2, then you're the High Priestess. If your life path number is 3, then you're the Empress. If your life path number is 4, then you're the Emperor. If your life path number is 5, you're the Hierophant. If your life path number is 6, you're the Lovers. If your life path number is 7, then you're the Chariot. If your life path number is 8, you're Strength. If your life path number is 9, then you're the Hermit. If your life path number is 11, then you're Justice. And if your life path number is 22, then you're the Fool. Now, some people would find that insulting. They might do the numerology and their life path, the numbers come together as 22 numerologically with their date of birth, and they might say, well, I don't want to be the Fool. Well, it's not meant to be insulting. The Fool is actually somebody who is very unique. Not that many people have the life path number 22. So, typically if you're the Fool, you might be somebody who's pretty important. And, if you look at the Fool, I mean, there's somebody who's a free spirit. They might be an artist. You can see they have a travel bag. Maybe there's somebody that likes to travel. They're having a good time in the sun. They're ready for a new beginning. So, the Fool, it's not meant to be an insult. It's just the card that identifies that person who's the life path number 22. Now with the Fool card, in some decks the Fool card is 0, and other decks the Fool card is 22, but whenever the Fool card comes out, you can always expect that that's somebody who has the life path number 22. And same thing goes with the Hermit card is life path number 9. I mean, some people see the Hermit card and they're like, well, they do the numerology and their date of birth comes together as 9, and they're like, well, I don't want to be the Hermit. That sounds, no, it's not meant to be insulting. The Hermit is somebody who they like to do their own thing a lot. So, it might not be somebody who is literally a hermit. It's just it's a figurative thing. they're somebody who enjoys doing their own thing, and they might have a great spiritual capacity because as indicated by that light right there. Now with these life path numbers, there's only two-digit life path numbers. It's 11, which is the Justice card, and then there is the Fool, which is 22. So, these are the only cards where you don't keep adding. Like when you listen to the example, like the way I showed you with that example, I kept adding until it was a single digit. And that's what you do for every life path number, except for 11, which is Justice, and except for 22, which is the Fool. They are the only double digit life path numbers. Now, if you look at these major Arcana cards 1 through 9, 11 and 22, some are looks like a man on some cards, it looks like a female on other cards. I mean, you can see the Hierophant card right there is obviously a male on the card. However, it doesn't matter the gender of the card. Just because there's a man on the card doesn't mean that, if your life path number 5, you could be a man or a woman. It doesn't matter the gender on the card. I mean, if your life path number 1 and you're the Magician, there's a man on the card, but it doesn't matter. You could be a man or a woman. If your life path number is 1, then you're the Magician no matter what. So that is my contribution to the tarot community. And if you're watching these tarot videos on YouTube and you start to see other tarot readers using this concept, well, nobody else has made this discovery except for me. So if you start seeing other tarot readers using this concept, then just know that they got this from me. But enough of that. Let's jump into your tarot reading for the month of August 2018. You have great energy at the center of your reading, Libra. You have the Two of Wands, which is very bold. That energy is bold. It's optimistic. Look, this person's so optimistic. They have the world in their hands. Libra, you can do whatever you want. Some of you have some choices. Look, you have a couple different options here. So, figure out which one's the best one. Sometimes you Libras are a little bit, hard to make a decision, but you really you have these options right here. So figure out which is the best one and go with it. I know you're always weighing stuff up, but this is optimistic and bold, positive energy. So you want to make the most of this. And for your challenge card, you have the King of Wands, which is crossing that energy. So, don't block these opportunities and don't limit this boldness and confidence with the negative energy. Like the King of Wands, when it's upright and not in the challenge position, it's a good card, but when it's in this challenge position, it could suggest that some of you might be a bit ruthless about something. Some of you might be impatient. And, that energy is going to destroy the optimistic energy that comes with the Two of Wands. So don't let this energy, this challenge position of the King of Wands, conflict with the boldness that's coming out through the center of your reading here. Now, more specifically, and this only is resonating for some of you, but, some of you really do have a fire sign in your life. So fire signs are Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. And if you are one of the Libras that does have, Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo in your life, then you could see that, you might be having a bit of a challenge with them in the month of August 2018. So we're going to jump to the top of your reading here. So your destiny card for the month of August 2018, your destiny in the month of August 2018 is the Page of Swords. And, that is you, Libra. You're an air sign. The swords represent the element of air. So, air signs are Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. Now, if that's not you, then, some of you might have somebody else who's an air sign in your life. So, I'm going to talk about Libras who are single for a second. If you're single, then somebody who's an air sign might be a good match for you. So who's out there, Libra, for you single Libras, this is messages for you. Who's out there who's an air sign? Is there another Libra? Is there a Gemini? Is there an Aquarius who is a good match for you? Now, if that's not the case, then, this is just your intellectual energy. Like some of you you have a very sharp mind. Look how sharp this sword is. So, that's you with your piercing thoughts. And, you know, if this isn't you and if this isn't another air sign, then, you know, this is just someone who's a good communicator. Like, who's in your life who is, you know, you're going towards this, for some of you, you're going towards this person, you know, somebody who's intellectually savvy, somebody who can get their message across. This is clear communication and effective communication, and that could be you, or that could be somebody in your life. Now, we're going to come down to this card right here. It's the Hanged Man in reverse, and that's in the distant past position, but you know, with the distant past position, it's like, how does the distant past come back to affect you in the month of August 2018? So it's like energy that's coming back, and, you know, it's some of you who are single, who, you know, you had a difficult, like, love life in the past or something. You know, you just, for some reason, a few of you, I'm not saying all of you, but you just can't let go. I don't know why. It's like, you just keep hanging, you're hung up. You're hanging on to this, like, past situation. Oh, it was so great. And, like, you just let it go, you know, and this shows that you're just letting yourself be hung up. This energy's coming back, and you're just letting yourself be hung up. Now, if that's not the case, if that doesn't apply to you, Libra, which it won't for a lot of you, then this is someone in your life who just can't let go of the past. Like, there's somebody in your life who's, like, idealizes the past. Oh, it's so great. It was so great. And, you know, it's, the past is the past. It's not around anymore. But, you know, somebody in your life, Libra, just keeps bringing they can't let go of the past. And that would be suggested by the Hangman in that past position. Now, you also have the Two of Pentacles, which is in the recent past position. Remember, these past cards, it's like the energy comes back in the month of August. Like, how did the recent past, how is that going to apply to August 2018 for you, Libra? Well, balance. I mean, you are balance. You're the scales, Libra. So you're all about balance. I mean, look, there's more than one. Look, 2 wands, 2 pentacles. So you're all about balancing things, Libra. You're all about the balance. And, you know, I'm going to go over here because the near future card is like people fighting in your life. You may have some of you Libras are around people who are fighting in your life. And, you know, you are someone who can be balanced amidst the chaos and confusion that might be happening. So, you know, people fighting around you, whatever, you're still balanced. Okay, or maybe, you know, some of you might be fighting. So I don't know. It's all depends on your unique situation. For some of you, it's people in your life who are arguing. You know, look, you see all these people arguing with each other and fighting, and, you know, that could be you with fighting with other people, or if not, you know, there is some people in your life who are, you know, they have some kind of conflict with each other potentially. Now, we're going to jump down here to the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. And, you know, very specifically, some of you have money and family, which is like there's money and family issue or something. Because, you know, if the Ten of Pentacles would be upright, okay, money and family and it's going smooth. But, you know, money and family in the reverse, it's like is there a problem? Like, are people, like, not agreeing about money and like, is there somebody in your family who doesn't agree about something that has to do with money potentially? Or if it doesn't have to do with money at all, I mean, this could just be like, family is a pain in the ass sometimes, Libra. And that's especially emphasized because you have Saturn in your transiting your sector of family right now. So jump to astrology just for a minute here. But, you know, Saturn is the hard work. Saturn is the difficult taskmaster. So it's going to be transiting your sector of home and family until December 2020. Now, Saturn's not just there to give you a hard time. Yeah, family can be a pain in the ass, and Saturn might be the reason for that. But Saturn is a restructuring, so there is some kind of like gradual restructuring that's happening regarding your family, regarding those who are related to you potentially, regarding, for some of you, it might have to do with home life. And ultimately, like, Saturn is a fate planet, so it reconstructs things to make it aligned with, you know, what your fate is supposed to be. And ultimately, once the transit's over by December 2020, you know, you come out of the other end of the difficult family situation, or, you know, whatever has to do with home life potentially, but ultimately it's going to be a good outcome in a few years. And right above that, you have the Nine of Cups, which is in the reverse. Now, Nine of Cups in the upright position would have been nicer to have because, you know, it's a wish coming true now. But, you know, with Mercury retrograding in August of 2018 would suggest a delay. You know, Mercury retrograde always brings delays. So, I mean, this, you know, Hanged Man, you're hung up, delay. And the wish might not be, that's the wish card, the Nine of Cups. With it reversed, it's like, well, that wish, it's not ready to come true yet. It's not that it's not going to. It can come true eventually, but, right now might not be the time. Now, right above that, you have the Sun card, which is in the upright position, and that's a great card to have in the upright position. However, it's in the part of the board that would suggest that it's your hopes and your fears. So, the sun is warmth. The sun is positivity. The sun is vitality. The sun is success. So, with this card in your hopes and fears section, you're like, I hope I have success. I fear that I won't. I hope that I have warmth and vibrancy and positivity in my life, but I fear that I won't. So this is where you just got to learn to trust fate. Libra, learn to trust that in divine timing. Learn to trust that everything is meant to happen for a reason. You deserve happiness, Libra, and you can have the hope of the Sun card. And if you're Libra, if you're a creative person, then this is the sun is like creative energy. So if you are a Libra who is like an artist of some sort or some sort of creative type of person, utilize that energy in August with the sun, create, Libra. And then you have the Hierophant in the reverse, which is the outcome for the month of August 2018. Now remember, these cards are just for the month of August 2018. So, when I shuffle the cards next month, obviously different cards are going to come out on the board, different energies coming in for that month. But, this is solely for August 2018. That's what this reading is for. And here we go with life path numbers. Like, very specifically, very few of you have someone in your life who's life path number 5. If you do the numerology like the way I did in the beginning of the forecast, so it's very specific. Not all of you have life path number 5 in your life, or it's you. Like, some of you Libras do have the life path number 5. Now, for the majority of you, obviously, someone whose life path number 5 is not in your life. But with this Hierophant card being in the reverse, would suggest that some of you are being rigid, and that's the outcome. It's like, and you being rigid, like, some of you are like, okay, this is what I want, and I'm not going to deviate from that at all. Like, I'm gonna, some of you are not being flexible enough. Some of you are, there might be good options, when it comes to either profession or love or, whatever in your life. And especially for those of you who are single, someone who's good for you potentially, who you're single, you might be like, no, I'm not going to be with that person because I want this person. I want this person. It's like that person who you want so bad, they might not want you as much as you want them. So don't be so rigid, because if you're going to be rigid, then you're going to get stuck with this and with the fighting and stuff. And you don't want that in your life. So, be more flexible, Libra. I mean, with this card in the reverse, it's really a signal that you just, you might have a plan that you want to stick to and be so strict and adhered to it that you're not wanting to be reasonable and flexible at all from it. But, it's really just not going to help you at all. So you should be more, more flexible about options in your life. And, for some of you, this might have to do with communication, because, look, you can see on the card, there's a figure in the middle and there's an audience. So, with it being, if it was in the upright, I would say, yeah, you're the outcome is you're a great communicator and your message is coming through clearly and you're effective. But, with the outcome as this card in the reverse, well, here he is with the audience, and maybe your message is not resonating with the audience. Maybe whatever you're trying to pitch to the audience or, sell or, whatever you're communicating to your audience, potentially maybe they're not receiving it that well. And, once again, here we go through rigid. Don't be rigid, Libra, because if you're going to be rigid about something, people are just going to be unwilling to listen and go along with it. But, that is your reading for the month of August 2018. I don't sugarcoat the readings at all. The cards come out of the deck on their own. And this is what it is, Libra. Once again, this is just energy for August 2018. I'm going to shuffle the cards again next month. The energy is going to be different. And that's it. But, I mean, for those of you who were patrons of my astrology channel, I hope that you'll continue to subscribe to my channel, because I think these tarot readings that I do can be very effective with helping you with whatever's happening in your life. And just to jump to astrology real quick before I end the forecast, well, on August 26th, there's going to be a full moon in your sector of work. So this could mean different things for different Libras. It's like, you know, if things are going positive in your work, then, okay, maybe a positive development in your work following August 26th. If things aren't going great in your work, then there could be a change of some sort. So a shift of some sort in your work. And don't be honest with yourself. Are things really, you know, going smoothly in your work? If they're not, then there might be some kind of shift maybe in your role potentially. Or if it's not in your role, then, you know, you might still have the same role, but there might be some changes happening around you potentially. You know, if you're a Libra who's looking to do something completely different for work, now is the time to do it. Following August 26th, that full moon on August 26th is signaling a change that you should have regarding your work if things aren't going well. If it's going well, then, you know, take it to the next level. But if it's not, then the adverse, obviously. And this full moon could also suggest something with your health. So, you know, some of you Libras, there might be a red flag being raised with your health potentially. It's like you're neglecting your health. Maybe for some of you, others of you don't get enough exercise. That, you know, it's important to have, you know, eating right and exercise in your life. So if you haven't been, you know, this might be a signal for you to, you know, you need to start exercising more potentially. Some of you need to try to make a better effort to, you know, somehow improve your diet potentially. Some of you aren't getting enough rest. I mean, your health has to do with the amount of rest that you get. So, you know, make sure you're getting enough rest. But thank you for watching this video, Libra. If you've enjoyed it, make sure to subscribe, share, and like. I'm still posting daily astrology, so I write daily astrology. My Instagram handle is Gregory Furlan Astrology, so head to Instagram and follow me there if you want to see your daily astrology forecast. Thank you for watching. Have a great month, and I'll see you next time.